Right, we should be live. Do you see it?
No, it still says waiting for whiskey bottle.
Okay, well maybe give it a second. Like refresh or something, I don't know.
Yep, I see us.
All right, there we go.
Cool.
It'll be an awkward 40 seconds of silence, but
I know.
I don't know what to do about that.
Okay, there's one person viewing.
That's you.
That is me. Yep, I see us.
All right, there we go.
Tune in.
Does it look? It looks normal to me.
Okay. Hopefully people actually join.
Yeah, that'll be
Imagine no one joins.
that'll be awkward.
I guess we're not drinking any bottles.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. So far, I think we have no one.
Well, I guess to start off, if you're watching afterwards, we got a bunch more bottles that you can see. We're hoping to have some people in, talk about it, maybe open a few. Nobody joins in a couple minutes. We'll just start drinking them.
Okay. We'll start with something a little more easy going. Maybe a Michter's 10-year bourbon.
Sure.
Sure. Cool. I got an open one now, so we're good. We needed to call my father, and he had to drive here all the way from Pennsylvania to bring me an open bottle of Michter's 10-year. And no one's here.
That's what happens, man. They all showed up at 8:15. Yeah, you could always send a link to it. I don't know if that's allowed.
Yeah, I posted a link. But I don't know. Brian Blocklinger liked the link, so he must be joining at some point. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully people join because I need this. I need to get started.
Someone
It's
just
late.
joined. Someone just joined. I don't know who joined.
Oh, we said that. We said that anyone who subscribed could select a bottle to open. There are limits, but you know, feel free to just shout out whatever, and we'll tell you if it's a no.
I think there's probably only one limit up there, and that's probably your wild turkey,
Yeah.
right? Why don't you want to
Well, I
open your
can
wild
open
turkey?
that, but there's some other stuff.
Oh,
Well, the wild turkey I got signed by Jimmy Russell,
yeah.
so that's gonna stick around for a bit.
I guess they're grenades.
Luke thinks I'm crazy because I don't want to. I think I will eventually drink wild turkey. Yeah, I don't want to open my grenade. I don't want to open the C923 I got because I already have an open one.
Crack something open.
But yeah, we got the cellar aged makers, we got the bottle your own Michters,
We got our first request.
all kinds of stuff. What's the first one?
Baker's 13 here.
Baker's 13, okay. You want to show off that one too?
Yeah, so this one's a hard one for me to open. I was really hoping to get a second one on this trip, but I had a friend come down here and get me a bottle, and she got it signed by Fred No and Baker Beam. However, I didn't get a second bottle, so I'm going to have to crack this one. But that's okay. Bottles are meant to be cracked and drank. And when I finish it, I'll just fill it with regular Baker's and make myself believe that it's Baker's 13 and bottle. So, is anybody else talking? Nope, just a block cleaner.
Well, hey, that means you get control the whole night.
Yeah. Trash. All right. So I got to make sure I pour this the right way because the alcohol will destroy the signatures instantly.
Right, yeah.
Acts as like a cleaner, so. Well, it smells quite amazing. As always, Frank will get the first pour. think we're going to kind of try to stick to smaller
Cheers.
pours. I think we're going to try to stick to smaller pours because we don't know how busy we're going to get tonight. I'm going to have a little more though than that. That was like a minute before. We are in Frankfort, Kentucky right now, home to the famous Buffalo and to the famous Pappy Van Winkle. So, oh boy, he's getting restless. I have a signed bottle too. Good bottle pop. Cheers. Oh, cool.
Cheers.
Did you pop your signed bottle or did you get a backup and pop a non-signed bottle is the question. There's 5 people joining. Anybody joining now, tell us what bottle to pop. Anything's pretty much available up there except for the Wild Spirit, Grenades, and Frank's C923, which, as a matter of fact, while we're talking here, I'm just going to take them out of the picture. I think that's probably smart.
We just kind of wanted to show off. That's still in the... It'll just be behind you.
Yeah, it'll be behind. Coming around again. We have no easy way of doing this. We're in a hotel room, so just don't mind my wide ass walking past the camera every
Well, we should have
5 minutes.
We should have moved the couch a foot and a half forward, like a hockey net. You could go around behind.
Blocklinger popped the backup. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have a choice of getting a backup, but that is what it is.
Yeah, we Jim Beam this year was not one of our stopping points, so we did stop by once for drops, but the other days it was just too far out of the way.
Well, you know what will happen now is they'll drop this tomorrow.
I mean, it's
Oh,
the
well,
same as if they dropped it 3 months ago.
We
you
won't
know,
make it.
It doesn't really matter.
Come on, more people than Brian. Let's go. We need stuff to drink after this. Unless we're just going to kill this bottle of Baker's 13. Wow. We do
Yeah,
need
we
to get
will
up for a
keep
drop
saying.
tomorrow. Colonel E.H. Taylor, I believe, is expected at Buffalo Trace tomorrow. We're going to get there about, hopefully, an hour and 15 minutes before they open, but we'll see. Get the beam nuttiness. Some drier oak. Some ethanol.
I get a very light mint.
Very light mint. Maybe like a spearmint. It's like a sweeter mint. If that's what I'm smelling. Well, the live phone just fell over because Mike Sutton texted me.
You could put it in the middle if you wanted.
Where, like right here?
Yeah, but the bottom.
There you go. Mike Sutton texted in the group chat, yet he didn't comment in the. We got 9 people watching now. Wow.
Maybe you can't connect.
That's true. Come on, guys, comment below. Let's do it up. All right, let's taste this bourbon. I need a glass of bourbon. I haven't had a bourbon in like 10 minutes. You're in Kentucky, you're drinking bourbon like all the time. Cheers. He didn't say cheers because he doesn't care about you. No, I'm kidding. Frank loves you. That's interesting. Beam nutting this with good amount of oak, like a dry oak.
Yeah.
There's some kind of sour note in there, but I don't know what it is. Maybe like a lemon orange? Some kind of citrus note in there.
Yeah, the nuttiness was the first thing for me.
Maybe like a tobacco. I'm getting some kind of leather tobacco note in there.
Very oily.
Yeah, the legs are long on this one. We learned that phrase this trip. We didn't hear legs at all last trip. I'll tell you what, this trip in Kentucky, they are really pushing their mash to drink. If someone offers you mash, don't take it. It's a trick. It's like sour oatmeal. It's not good. 8 people watching, only 1 person commenting.
Well, we gotta ask them something. We gotta tell them. I guess, we asked them what bottle to crack, but we gotta, gotta come up with something else. We gotta start the discussion.
I don't want to keep saying the same thing to the 5 people have been watching since the beginning. I feel bad. They're gonna get bored. We need like a sign to put up. You tell us what to crack and we'll crack it. We need help. We have so many bottles to choose from.
I think that's the point, and I think people get that. In the meantime, has anybody else had Baker's 13? Or if you haven't, what do you think of Baker's in general? Right? Like me, I feel like the original Baker's was very peanutty.
Yeah.
Like the regular. And I prefer, if I'm gonna start spending, higher amounts for a Jim Beam bottle, I'd rather go with the Booker's.
Blackman saying, how did you know Maker's Mark was dropping the Cellar Aged bottle? Yeah, we actually found out by standing in line at Heaven Hill Distillery, and there was this old crazy guy named Lee in front of us. Sorry if Lee's watching this video. Crazy in a good way, you're a really nice guy, Lee. And he told us that Maker's Mark is dropping about 50 bottles every single day. So we went to Maker's Mark the night before and camped it out because we were not missing this bottle.
Yeah, we had a couple people helping us out, giving us hints on, where the drop is happening, how it works, all that kind of stuff. Both of them named Lee, which is really weird. Like 2 separate people who didn't, well, they actually did know each other, but just, by coincidence. But yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that it was a little crazy to wait like almost 12 hours for the bottle. The thing is, we would have spent those 12 hours hanging out in the hotel room, watching a movie, drinking, sleeping, and then getting up to go to Heaven Hill for a drop, which is pretty much what we did anyway, but in the truck instead of the hotel room. So
Yeah.
It was, not the best night ever, not a lot of sleep had. But waste of time, I don't really think so. It wasn't way better than standing out in the cold or something for a couple hours.
This is true. C. Mitty said, did I win the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged? I'm late. C. Mitty, that was false information from somebody. Unfortunately, we are not giving away a bottle of Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, so hopefully you stick around, but if that pisses you off and you want to leave, I feel bad. But
yeah, to be fair, we did not say that.
Yes.
Was somebody else who
Someone else commented that. We waited a very long time for that in a very uncomfortable situation. That bottle will never be leaving my house or Frank's house.
Yeah, I saw some other people thinking, they were certain it was going on secondary. It's not going on secondary.
Yeah.
If you guys want, we'll crack it tonight and review it.
Well, they need to tell us to do that though.
Yeah.
I'm not cracking it without someone. Well, Frank's cracking his bottle.
That's what I'm
tonight.
saying. If they want, we'll do it.
Oh, it's Casey. Casey's the one who commented on the post.
Oh, okay.
See, I can't
Nice.
see. I don't know if it's you or not. I saw C. I was like, maybe Casey, but you scared me there for a minute. I thought we were going to get some hate. You should have played it along and got really mad in the comments. That would have been funny because I would have fell for it. We're drinking Baker's 13 now. It's good. Not secondary market good, but it's good. I get a lot of orange off of it. A lot of orange citrus note. Even on the nose.
I get a little. I get more like grain and spice.
A classic Maker's Mark mash bill.
Yeah. Baker's Mark.
Baker's Mark. He called on. I was hoping he wasn't going to catch it, but he did.
I didn't know whether I should even say anything or just let it go. Sometimes you get upset.
He called me in the C923 video. I said something about Buffalo Trace with Elijah Craig.
I still haven't uploaded because I don't know if I'm allowed to.
That one I messed up on, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna finish this Baker's 13. My glass is about to be empty, people. 7 people watching, just so you know. I am not a happy person when my glass is empty, so we need to start making suggestions here. Cheers. I mean, it's good. Some people go nuts for it. Me personally, I like the Hardin's Creek better. The Hardin's Creek Jacob's Well is the one we had. We were hoping to catch another Hardin's Creek down here, but Jim Beam decided to give us the middle finger and slap us in the face on this trip. Could have got a lineage for $250, but you know, it's a lot. Well elephant in the room. Crack the maker's mark. What's a well elephant?
There's a comma there. Well, elephant in the room. Right?
Oh.
Is everybody really excited? Yeah, don't feel bad. If you don't crack it, then this is a very, you guys don't suggest any bottles. It's a very short live, and then we drink them off camera.
Exactly.
That's why, some of this stuff, I mean, I know everybody likes collecting bottles. I like drinking the whiskey. I get the collecting thing. But right now I'm at a point, I spend 12 hours and $150 to get a bottle. I kind of want to see if it tastes good. So.
Want me to get that for you?
Yeah, sure.
We're going to pull Maker's Mark Cellar Aged down onto the table. I'm going to take Mr. Baker away.
Yeah, the Baker's,
Whoa,
I think
almost
it's
fell out of
fine.
frame.
Coming through.
I would say probably if you like the regular Baker's, what is that, like 7 years? If you like the regular Baker's, you'll probably like the 13. But I wouldn't pay anything crazy for it. I don't know.
Maker's Mark Cellar Aged.
Yeah, so we'll do, right, so we kind of get the best of both worlds. Luke likes to have a nice collection of whiskey that, in case the apocalypse happens, he's good to go. I like drinking the whiskey. We each got a bottle, so we both get to try it, and we both get to kind of have a backup.
My glass.
That's how I see it, at least.
Not clean. Bartle pour water. This is what we do off camera and edit out.
The Baker's 13 is nice, and I would drink it frequently, but I wouldn't pay a lot for it.
Yeah, I mean, some people are selling this for $800-900. That's insane.
I honestly probably want to go more than 100. I know it's probably worth more than that.
Well,
But that's
MSRP
me
is
personally.
$150.
Yeah.
So I'd say I'd pay
Yeah.
$200, but I haven't tasted it yet. We might taste it and say.
Oh, I meant the Baker's I stole.
Oh, sorry.
I was wrapping up that. How would I know whether this was worth it? I haven't had it yet.
Exactly.
We could it get really sad all of a sudden.
Cheers to cracking the Maker's Mark. Do you want me to crack it or do you want to crack it?
Well, it's my bottle.
You crack it. Don't mess it up. We're live. No pressure.
Yeah, I spill it all over the
Oh
floor.
my god. This bottle, yes, 12 hours of waiting in a car.
About 12 hours. I mean, it was like 9:30 to 7, and then we drove to Heaven Hill and waited there for 2 hours, and it was a whole thing.
It is a cork. I'm happy about that. Trash. Mike Sutton said, dudes, here it goes, Mike. Maker's Mark Cellar Aged has been opened in Frankfort, Kentucky. Coming to you live, Whiskey Bible is going to review the next big thing. Was it really worth the wait? We're about to find out. Bam! Look at the cork. It's not even their usual cork. It's an actual real cork.
Yeah, it is interesting
It's
that
not
it's real
the-
cork.
it's-
They usually use a synthetic thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that's going to turn out for them.
Everyone's saying nice cork pop. Good
Oh,
job.
thank you.
Smell that right now. Can we delete Brian out of the live? Because he just told
Why?
us to do a Bartle pour. Kidding, I want to delete you.
No, he said to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's when we first got it, I was saying we should post for you crazies. What should we do with the bottle? And put it to a vote. And one of the options was going to be Bartle Pours. But I don't want to. I mean, man, what a waste.
I'm still on my citrus kick. I still get a little bit of orange zest from this. But a lot of cellar smells.
I get nice creamy oak.
Creamy is a very good word for this. Creamy oak. There's some kind of butterscotch pushing through. Definitely like a shoe leather.
I feel like I might have to blow my nose.
Mm.
I'm gonna do that. I didn't crack this just not be able to taste it. Luke, keep them.
Frank's gonna go to the facilities real quick. So my name is Luke. I've been a member of Whiskey Bible since the founding of it. It's been a long road, an enjoyable road. Memories are made, memories are forgotten, depending on how many videos we do. What's this thing? Any typical maker's smells coming through? Yes, it smells like Maker's Mark because it is Maker's Mark. I'm just being a smartass tonight. Yeah, it smells like Maker's Mark, but it smells like a cracked out Maker's Mark. It smells like it's definitely older. That I feel that red winter wheat has really sweetened up. Like now I'm getting all caramelized wood sugars. Very sweet. They don't want you here anymore. You got yeah, very sweet. A lot of caramelized wood sugars. You can smell, like if you've ever been into a rick house, this smells very close to a rick house. It just smells like the barrels.
My early nose on this, like the first thing is like a nice creamy vanilla. And then going a little deeper, you can smell kind of this like oak wood chip, right? And that is the kind of smell you get like in the rick house. You can smell all the wood of the barrels and the rick itself. And then kind of like a bit of some of the odors from the whiskey inside the barrels.
So Casey, this is interesting. You were actually talked about in an elevator today. Me and Frank were talking about you and how hard you're chasing this Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. I was like, yeah, Casey really wants this Cellar Aged. I don't know. We'll let you right now. We'll let you today. We'll let you know right now. See, this is where I wish you could cut stuff out because that's what happens a lot in our videos that he edits out. But we'll let you right now. We'll let you know right now if it's worth chasing. Sometimes I gotta slow it down a little bit. Are you ready? I'm ready. Cheers. Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. Is it worth 12 hours in a car and a stiff back? We'll let you know.
That's pretty good. I like it. Nice. Oh. That's nice. A lot of nice vanilla, super smooth. Finish is like oak and caramel and a little cherry in there.
This bottle,
I don't think it's a pappy killer or anything, at least from the first sip. You know, some of the crazy stuff I see online, but that's nice. That's nice. And what's the proof? 115. That drink's smooth.
it's incredibly smooth. You notice I haven't said much about it. I haven't said much because the finish is still going. And just more and more is building. It's a wallet killer. Yeah, wallet if you buy it on secondary. It only costs $150. What ended up costing the money was all this freaking mixers right here. Holy cow. Jesus, I was out $1,200 in freaking 24 hours.
Those bundles, man.
Jeez.
No, this is at 150 bottle killer, wallet killer. I don't know.
Definitely. Oh, George Bartle, the famous George Bartle is here, and he said definitely a Bartle Pour. But he's famous. He's the one who invented the Bartle Pour. Mash and Drum said the finish was
It must say best.
the best part. Yeah. The finish is unbelievably long. Like, I drank water and I'm still getting notes from it. I feel like the second sip is going to be even better. Maybe bring in some more flavors, but it is a true pastry, sweetness, caramel, butterscotch, some kind of candied. Give me a second.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
It's like a candied apple. You first bite in and you get the caramel right away. Then you get kind of the sour apple notes, but in this is just the oak flavor I'm putting towards the sour. It's just an oak wood sugar kind of thing, and then the sweetness pushes through, and the sweetness is just pure vanilla and cherry, and the finish is just, it's like I'm lost for words at how good this bottle is. I mean, it's definitely, the age has definitely helped this out. Like the age, like if you, like we said in the beginning when we first started drinking Maker's Mark, if you could age a Maker's Mark for a long extended period of time, you'd have a great product, and this is really good. Now, is it worth the hype? Is it so good that I would wait 12 hours in a car for overnight? And is it so good that I would pay crazy secondary prices? I will let you know after the third sip.
Gotta keep them watching, keep them on their toes. Yeah, that finishes. I mean, the palate is nice. I've had more complex palates, but what did somebody say? What the heck? Any pig testicle notes? Personally, I have never tasted any pig testicles.
Yeah,
so
I can't say that I
I
have.
couldn't really tell you.
I had pork belly today, but I don't know. No.
I will say if you sincerely get pig testicle notes, I might have to try some pig testicles.
Mike said, great answer.
I imagine that they're probably salty for whatever reason. I don't get a lot of salt, so I'll say.
I don't even want to picture what it tastes like.
I mean, it's too late for me.
I'm just enjoying this whiskey. All right, third, final sip. Glass is going to be empty, everybody, so get ready to pick another bottle. At least they're being humane about it. They're not just flooding the chat with
It would be
bottles.
okay. They would just get set on backload.
So everybody think of a next bottle to crack or pour. We do have some bottles that are open up there. Everything's available. Yep, everything's available up there to drink.
If for some reason we left something by mistake, we'll tell you. But yeah, don't anything up there, we're gonna crack anyway.
Final notes time. Is this worth 12 hours? Secondary pricing. Yada, yada, yada. I'll give it the full review. It is insanely smooth. Like 115 proof, you'd guess that it's like even sub 80 proof. There's no alcohol burn whatsoever. It goes down like ice water. Like legitly like ice water. If you put an ice cube in this, you wouldn't even know you were drinking bourbon. It's really, really good. Here's where people might get mad at me. I think the age would come through better if it was aged 12 years in a rick house versus 12 years in a cool cellar. I feel if this barrel was left in heat, and I feel like the age statement with this age, you would think you'd be getting more agey notes. Although it is really good. Would I wait 12 hours in the car for this? No, I would not. I mean, I'm glad I did it because I'm glad I own a bottle now, but would I do it again? No. Most I pay secondary is I'd pay $200 for this bottle. Rating out of 10, I'd give it a 9.
Ooh.
And I'm a Maker's Mark fan to the freaking roof. I love Maker's Mark. This is a very, very smooth, like Maker's is smooth to begin with. This is a very, very smooth oak complex forward Maker's Mark. You can definitely tell it's been aged longer. However, it needs to be aged longer in natural conditions. There's a reason why every distillery has these giant rick houses, right? Because if they didn't need the rick houses, they would just have a giant cellar underground and you would never see rick houses. This needs to be aged in a hot climate where it can go in and come out of the barrel a lot more. I've been in that cellar. You've been in that cellar.
Yeah.
On the hottest day of the year, it's maybe 65 degrees.
So, I definitely like it more than Luke. I'll start with saying I agree. If you're buying this for the age statement, you haven't read about how it's being made. Because after like 6 years or something? I forget how long. I think it's after 6 years, but after a certain point, they put it in a limestone cellar where the temperature barely changes at all. If you know anything about bourbon aging, that temperature change is what's helping to age the whiskey and give it more flavor. So to say that this is, I mean, technically it's been in a barrel for 12 years, but it hasn't been maturing and aging for a good part of that. So it's almost, it's weird. It's like getting the age statement, but without the flavor that usually comes with it. I personally don't really have a problem with that. Because I mean, sometimes it brings out the bitter and the oak, and it gets a little too woody. So I think they should put out something they think is going to taste good. But yeah, if you're looking for high age stated stuff and that's what you're trying to get, this is kind of silly. As far as the flavor goes, it's pretty, it's exactly what I would want from a whiskey. It's really nice and sweet on the palate, really smooth, and a pretty long and elaborate finish. That I could see it evolving more as I get through the bottle. For right now I'm probably pretty close to you as far as what it's actually worth. Would I camp out again for another one? No, I probably wouldn't pay much more than the $150. But I do like it. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it on secondary. That seems a little much. 8th on the shelf or 5th on the shelf for a Bartle Pour?
Everyone wants to see us do a Bartle Pour. Here's the problem, George Bartle, is we have the air conditioner off in this room right now so you can hear us. If I do a Bartle Pour, I'm going to be freaking sweating like a pig.
It is the man himself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that would be Weller that way. Or is he up there? 1, 2, 3. I don't even know where you're at.
5th bottle.
From this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It could be a bottle your own, but he could be counting. If he, maybe he just.
We need some assistance.
Yeah.
What would
you to name the bottle? I would Bartle Pour like a Buffalo Trace or something, but I don't.
Ooh.
I don't see the point.
What would you rate this out of 10? We got distracted.
What would I rate it out of 10?
It is really good, but is it worth the 10?
If I saw this at 150 in the liquor store, I would give it a 10.
Yeah.
If you could go in and buy it today at 150, I'd give it a 10 because I really like it. I think for me personally, like I said, I didn't really mind waiting. Just got drunk and watched movies, so it wasn't that bad compared to normally having to, like, if you had to stand in line for 12 hours. Oh my God, no. But yeah, this isn't one. I wouldn't break your neck trying to get it on secondary. But I do want to come back to this in like a week or two and try it again.
Make sure you call me.
Yeah. Yeah, either we'll use this video for a review or me and him will review it again. Like, I might edit this later and try and make it something.
I mean,
so, I mean,
at what we did,
go,
at what we did for this bottle and what you paid, what would you rate it?
a 9.
Yeah.
I would equate, basically, if you told me rather than wait for 12 hours, I could pay $200 and get it. That's kind of where I would probably rate it a 9.
Yeah.
Like, for every $50 up, the rating goes down by 1 for me. So if you're paying, $400, all of a sudden it's like a 5.
I think we're pretty much on the same page. That's good.
Yeah, it's a nice whiskey. It's better than, I think it earns the $150 price point. I don't think it earns all of the crazy secondary prices people are putting out there. I think that that's just all rumors and hype that are driving that up. And hopefully once people put out some, maybe not everybody has the same opinion as us. Maybe people do really like this, but hopefully as more and more people get to try it and say like, yeah, it's good, but hopefully the prices kind of normalize, right? I think it's just a boom right now because it's new. I think in 6 months, I think the prices on secondary will actually go down, or at least I mean, there'll still be crazy people, but no one will be buying them anymore. Right now, I hear about. We were just talking to how much did that guy today say he paid for one? There's somebody who said he paid like $400 or something. That guy at Buffalo Trace, I think, was talking about it. The guy in the blue shirt.
Oh yeah, he bought 4 of them at $300.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, 300 isn't bad.
I think he bought one at like 6 or 7. He said.
Oh Jesus.
And he got a few more at 300 and got some off of other people for like nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a big flipper though. So
Yeah.
that's all he was talking about in line at Buffalo Trace. How he's going to flip all these bottles, and the more people who crack their Cellar Aged, every time he sees someone cracking it, he goes cha-ching, because he knows he's going to make more money.
And he was at the front of the line and he was talking nice. He had 2 chairs with him. He said they were going to get breakfast. Just like, okay, I get it,
Yeah.
Not that big of a deal. Kind of annoying, but hey. But then 3 more guys walked up to him with 3 more of their own chairs, and people were angry. And then another 2 people came up. He was saving seats for another like 5 people.
Yeah. And did you see other faces when they found out it was eagleware? They were all upset as hell because they were expecting the H-Taylor. Anyway, ramble on.
Just the classic stories of bourbon drop.
My glass is empty. We
I'm
need
about to
another
finish
bottle.
this. George Bartle really wants that Bartle pour.
Just a bottle pour at this point. I don't know. Well, you get to do a bottle
It is
pour.
the man himself.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're trying to try. I'll tell you what.
The thing we'll end with the Bartle.
We'll end with the bottle pour. He will.
We want to do like 1 or 2 more. I don't know how many.
Yeah, I mean a couple. I mean, but we need help.
We
Please help us. Someone tell. There's 8 people in here. You can guess a sec. You can tell us a second time. You can tell us a third time. Just start shouting shit out. We got so much.
We're gonna try not to repeat. How about what are the options maybe we want to go through?
Bottle your own nectars, Van Winkle 12-year, Yellowstone toasted, new Stagg Batch 18. Well, new to us. I mean, if you want to pour more of your old Forester 117.
I don't really mind. It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
What
I
have we got there?
don't know. Stagg. Blocklinger said Stagg. The new Stagg Blocklinger or the 17? Because we got
Well, we
two.
want to do both, don't
We want to do both. We want to compare both. Here we go.
But we could just do
I'm
that.
taking this guy away. And everybody feel free to mention more. I know, here it is. Feel free to mention more just because Brian said to drink something. Here we are. How are you doing over here? Good. We have a guest with us. It is my father. He had to come here all the way from Pennsylvania to bring me a Michter's 10 year, so I had one opened. Compare them. Okay. See? Yeah. Stagg Batch 18. They released Stagg to the first 10 people in line at Buffalo Trace this morning, so that was really cool. No, they didn't. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we got that. We got that Pappy up there. They were giving out. You can pick any one, but we went to 12 because we're 12 years old.
There goes my wide ass across the camera. That is not good for people to see.
So we are at the about 40 minutes since we started. It looked like. Well, I wanted to check. We want to probably go for an hour 15. We'll probably do these, and then if somebody suggests one more, right? If you suggest another bottle, we'll do that. Otherwise, maybe Bartle Pour and be done. I'm not gonna drink the whole Bartle Pour on the stream. That's that'll ruin me.
Frank will not make it to his bed over there. Surprised no one wants us to drink the bottle of your own Michter's. No one must like that. It's okay.
It could be. I mean, I suppose there are some things that are sentimental, right?
This is true. Everything's
So they
sentimental
might,
for me.
yeah, they might feel like that's like, oh, you can't, you gotta keep it. I kept from the You Do Bourbon the first year we went. I kept my Larceny. I still haven't opened it. I just don't like. Why not drink it? It's kind of my like. Yeah, it looks really nice to display, but I have a place to keep all my stuff. I'm pretty happy with that. As far as display, I don't know. I'd rather display the half open bottle. Like I crack it now, I crack it again at Christmas, and I crack it again on my birthday. Just sporadically drink 2, 3, 4 times a year. Don't really have to worry about it. All right, Stagg
Batch 17.
I'm rambling on.
So yeah, I've had this bottle open for almost a year now. So it'll be interesting to see how this compares to a fresh crack of 18. Classic staggy notes on the nose. I might just do one sip on this. Am I crazy? Yep. '17's as I remember it. Hot maple syrup with a lot of proofed up Eagle Rare. Now, what's a really good experiment to do, which I did, 60% Eagle Rare, 40% Stagg, mixed in a glass. It's pretty good that way. I like it that way. Kind of mellows the Stagg a little bit. Tames the beast. While you're talking, I'm going to attempt to crack this bottle.
Yeah, I always like a Stagg.
Ooh,
It'll be, I don't know how many different batches we've compared between. It'll be interesting to see. There is the downfall that, one's empty and one's full, but c'est la vie.
It
I
is.
gotta hurry up and drink this because he's gonna want to pour it soon.
I'm going to pour it right away. Right after the bottle pop. I think the neighbors heard that one. Very alcoholic cork. Of course, is a Stagg. Shut up, Luke, and Porter Place whiskey. 131 proof versus 129.7. Am I right? 128.7. Damn, I was close.
I'm sorry.
Chug,
I'm just
chug, chug, chug.
Yeah. Well, I will. I'm just
Admire.
last night for the first time since we got to Kentucky, I did not have anything to drink.
I almost puked, but
Now or then?
no, then because you weren't drinking whiskey.
Oh,
I was all in.
I thought you had too much to drink.
No, I was all in.
I right after picking up Makers, we we waited in line for Makers. We went to Heaven Hill for drops. We went to Willett for drops. We ran back to the hotel room for all of 20 minutes, drove back to Makers, went over to Yellowstone, went to Wild Turkey, then we went to Buffalo Trace to get the Weller. We wanted to get lunch after that, but I forgot that our tour was at 3 and not 3:30, so we had to go to Castle and Key-for tour where we sprinted in. It was like 2:55 or something when we got there. We did that, and then we get back, and the door on our hotel room is broken. And oh man,
We already unloaded all these bottles in the hotel room. We had to change rooms. We got the presidential suite, which just turned out to be a handicap room for people. And
it was a night, and I kept telling him that I was going to start any second. I was like, oh, just give me a minute, and I was like, just let me shower first, then I'll be okay. I just needed to sleep, so this is nice to have a few glasses and a few pretty awesome glasses.
This is an awesome night. Yes. Oh, he's gonna rinse. I didn't even rinse. So Stagg is named after George T. Stagg. He was born in Kentucky, December 19th of 1835. And Mr. Stagg was a very nice man. Without him, we would not have Stagg whiskey. Mike Sutton, request a bottle. I haven't even poured yours yet. I'm telling him to request a bottle. Like, we got laundry going right now. We're gonna have to go soon, so get your requests in now.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at the time. I think
Smells like Stagg.
I think like 9:45 should be the cutoff.
So this Stagg smells like Stagg.
I actually thought the first Stagg, it's not completely. I thought it was somewhat similar to the Makers. Not as good of a finish.
Frank forgot to rinse his glass. Okay.
I just did.
Yeah. No, it was
Oh.
yeah.
More cherry on the Stagg. Not as much vanilla or oak, but like the sweetness level, like the level of sweetness was similar. I don't know.
So
Listen to him.
yeah, listen to me.
I just like whiskey.
Frank likes whiskey.
I'm very easy to please. I do my best with the notes.
That's what she said. I'm very
okay
easy to
with that.
please. So this is just like has a sweeter nose to me, almost like a medicinal cherry. But I mean, it smells very similar to the last one. Maybe a little crisper.
Mike has no preference. Yeah, I will say it's a lot of pressure. You should see how long it takes me to decide when Luke says like pick a. I'm at Luke's house. He's like pick a bottle.
Pick something. Pick whatever you want.
I'm standing there for like 30 minutes, and then I'm like, I'll have
I'll have old granddad.
Yeah.
No, man, like a real bottle. Like pick off that shelf. Mike, we do not take no for an answer. So you have to choose a bottle. You have to choose something. Tell us.
I mean, I've been pretty, there. If you weren't around, there are bottles that I wouldn't crack. Like there were some that I said I'm not gonna do. Did you take down my Wild Turkey?
I did. I don't know where I put it though.
Kind of wish it was up there. I'm not gonna crack it, but I wish.
I don't even know where I put it. Oh, I put it right here.
Better not fucking lost it.
Here it is.
I'll beat your ass.
Ooh, I really smudged that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Frank Got a Wild Turkey signed by Jimmy Russell.
And you know what?
Really cool.
You know what? He told me one thing when he handed it me. He said, "Don't let the signature smudge." And I held this thing in the car for like 45 minutes. And I set it aside real carefully out of the sun. And we got back in. I held it between my feet for like another 30 minutes. And we got out and I set it aside. And we get back to the hotel room. Like I put it in the case real careful and we pulled out. And Luke's like, "Ooh, it's smudged a bit." I'm like, "God damn it. The guy had one thing he wanted me to do."
Yeah. Yeah, those
Oh,
things
man.
are smudged.
So
so
Jimmy,
quick.
I'm sorry, man. I did my absolute
Jimmy, I'm
best.
sorry.
This
man.
was my baby for like 3 hours. I don't know what happened. I dropped it on its head.
Tell you what, if Jimmy Russell comments on this chat,
I'll sell my soul. I don't know what I'll do.
that's 2 people now who
It's
said
still-
Yellowstone toasted.
You can still tell it's him, but I just, And what sucks most of all is I really wanted to drink some Kentucky Spirit, but I didn't want to go back and buy a second bottle. Why is there? Because it was so crowded, and I was like, I already got mine. I don't
Let's
know.
crack it.
Maybe I'll bully Luke into going back on Wednesday.
Maybe.
Because they're not open now.
All right, let's get this Stag through because now we got people flooding the chat with they want to drink the toasted Yellowstone.
The toasted Yellowstone?
Which
All right.
I drank. That's what I drank last night, and it is
Yeah, Luke was going
freaking
crazy over
awesome.
that.
So good. It is like unbelievably good. Like I want to go back there and get another bottle.
That's the only problem. It's very far out of the way.
It is, but we have a car with good gas mileage now. So
I'll save it for when we're drinking that.
cheers, new Stag, batch 18. Don't know what year this came out. I don't know years. I just know batches. This is the first year that it was just Stag on the label. So Stag Junior grew up, and now he's Stag.
Hooray!
Okay, I know it's gonna be hot as hell probably. Flames. Woo! Don't light a match in this room. You got a dirty mind. I'm saying because of how hot that whiskey was.
I was gonna say something, but
My tongue is numb. First pour of a Stag is always hot as hell, I find.
yeah, it's probably nice, but yeah, I'm gonna. That was the get used to it sip. Oh, that was the mouthwash. I don't think they'll be able to hear that if that's. Well, that they'll be able to.
That'll be alright. They'll understand.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Ooh, I was getting hot. I'm a hot man.
That's gonna really. I don't know, man.
What?
I disagree. If no one can hear anything the rest of the stream, it's his fault.
Yeah, comment how loud is this air conditioner over here? Let us know. So if we have to turn it off, I'll turn it off. But just know, if we turn it off, I'm hot. What?
I'll just do this.
What one is it out of 30? I don't know what one you're talking about. If you're talking about the Stag, it's batch 18.
What one is it out of 30?
Oh! Batch number. Batch 19 out of 30.
Oh, for the Yellowstone. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We keep.
Yeah. We gotta put this off to
People are
the
gonna be
side.
so confused.
This is good. Yeah, I got confused. It's 19 out of 30, but you'll find out. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Nose is very interesting the second time.
Almost like I get some corn.
I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's definitely not corn.
I get some.
You stink.
Some kind of herbal essence. I don't know. See, Rob said leave the air on. Thank you, Rob. You're now my best friend. Anybody who says turn it off, you're my worst enemy. So yeah, Stagg Batch 18. I don't know. Right now the bottle needs to open up more because I can't pick much out of it the first sip.
Well, it's such a. I mean, it burns you to hell. So.
Yeah, Brian said I need to go limestone branching and get that batch. I have 12 out of 13. See, Mike Sutton, I love you. Keep air on and Bartle pour the end. Man, the hell. You know what's funny? George Bartle, I owe him a Bartle pour of Stagg.
Wow.
I do. Because he said, I forget when it came up, but he's like, I always wanted a Bartle pour of Stagg. Because I don't even know if he owns Stagg.
Oh, give him a Bartle pour?
Yeah, me and him are going
Okay,
to do
good.
one together.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to do one together. Maybe we'll bring him in as a guest on one of the videos
That's like kill
if
a
he
whole
wants
bottle.
to. Right, all three of us do a Stagg freaking live. Holy cow. Stagg Bartle Pour. You know what? We'll start out like this, and then at the end of the video, we'll just be on the floor.
That'll be the entertainment. It's not to see what the stag tastes like. It's to see what happens to the human body
Yeah.
after consuming a Bartle pour of Stagg.
Teach the Bartle Pour. We will teach the Bartle Pour, Mike. We just gotta find out what. Are we bartling? Are we bartling? All right, that's a good terminology.
It's
Are we
a
bartling
verb.
Buffalo Trace?
I'm okay with it.
We're bartling Buffalo Trace. All right,
I
that's
hope
good.
I have enough to do 2 Bartle pours in that bottle. I mean, I got another bottle.
We got another
We'll
bottle?
Crack it. Whatever.
I'm
I'll buy
great.
another one tomorrow.
I'm great.
I'll
Yeah.
buy 2 more tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll buy fucking 6 more tomorrow. See, we're getting out of hand. Battery low.
I wonder how my battery's doing if yours is low. Yeah, but if the video stops, my phone died and we're done for the night.
Yeah, just saying. So let's finish this Stagg 18. We got Yellowstone to do next, and then we got a Bartle Pour of Buffalo Trace. I am good at doing Bartle Pours. I don't want to say I'm better than George Bartle, but it's pretty close. That one was a lot sweeter and smoother. I'm not better than George Bartle at Bartle Pours. I lied. Half the time I spill a little. Doing good. They know things are getting out of control, but it's okay. All right, I'm putting Stagg away. Stagg is going over here. Yellowstone, toasted, is going up. Batch, what'd I say, 19? Yeah, 19 of 30. This was insane. Last night I was drinking this, and it was really, really good. I can't wait for you to try this.
This guy, he's pretty conservative with his whiskey. I know, if you can see the one, where is it? Up here? It's a pretty good amount. Yeah, that's a couple glasses.
I probably had 3 or 4 glasses last night. Not giant glasses, but...
Now, it could be because he's in Kentucky, and he goes 110% crazy when he's in Kentucky.
110.5. Let's not underdo
But,
it. Oh,
But yeah, normally he will not drink that much of a whiskey that he's probably not going to see again for a long time.
right. Like I bought a bottle for somebody, but I don't know if I want to get rid of that bottle anymore. I might want to tell her, oh, it broke on the way home. Here's your refund. I'm just going to give us a little bit because we have a lot to go. We have a Bartle Pour to come up. I think that'll be the end of the video. Is Bartle Pour.
Yeah,
No one wanted Pappy 12. No one wanted Bottle Your Own.
We'll do that. We've got one more night planned. The night before or the night after we leave, we want to do some more stuff. So
Oh,
I don't think we'll have any more crazy drops though. Like out in Frankfort, we'll have some more Buffalo Trace, but you guys have seen Bland's and Taylor, and
we might get something cool at Woodford though. We might get like a double oak. That would be awesome.
that would be cool.
Smell that.
Ooh.
Right?
ultra cherry.
Right? Ultra, it's like caramel coated cherries.
Yeah, you should. We mentioned it a lot, having two people with the same palate basically, and on the same trip, kind of doubles your buying power.
Yep.
So we got there, and you should have seen the sadness that fell over his eyes when he saw the sign that said "Limit 1."
Did I really look sad?
You did. I could see your face when you read that it was Limit 1. It was just, oh. I was like, yeah, I'll get a bottle. No, really, I didn't really. He paid for it, but
I have multiple credit cards.
I was his body.
Don't say it like that. You were my protege. You were my partner in crime. Don't call me you a body. That is.
Well, really, that's all you.
Holy
so
hell.
many people here in Kentucky, they show up with people just like, "What are you doing together?" It's like they're getting paid to go.
You see,
in
we're
and
just
grab a bottle.
friends.
Most of the time, it is a girlfriend or a wife who is the second person who knows nothing about what's going on and gets the second bottle. Sometimes it's like one of the guys he saw, he had he's probably like 50 and he had like two, guys like our age with him.
Who did not look like they like whiskey at
Not at all.
We were sitting outside of Heaven Hill Drop and they're like, "Yo man, can I get my speaker?" They got their speaker.
Like rap music.
Blasted
at the
just
drop.
rap music, Like, "Oh, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you. Just like, and everyone was like, they think they played one song because I think they realized.
People said like, you gotta stop.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like max volume. Like they were at the end of the line, we were at the front of the line. Like my cement bench was shaking. So yeah, the bottles that they bought were not for them, but cheers. Yellowstone toasted. My poor dad over there is just trying to watch the Raiders game.
He can watch it, he just can't hear it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't come over with a freaking glass yet. He's sitting over there with no whiskey whatsoever. He's drinking some kind of freaking beer. He's one of those carbonation heads.
Just making fun of the poor man.
I know. Jesus. Like if I was over there and I saw all these great bottles being poured, I'd be like, you'd see an arm come in from the freaking side of the screen.
You pour mine, you pour yours, a random hand of beer.
I get it, he might not want to be on video, but I don't think he cares if his arm's on video. He's stirring now. He's thinking about it.
He knows he can wait 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes. Oh,
Okay.
God. You're going to meet my father, well, possibly. I think it's just going to be an arm coming in. Yep, okay. Here it is.
You'll see on there.
You'll see it on there.
Give him some.
Yellowstone toasted.
Yeah, you give him a nice pour.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to come back. I kind of want to. We're on a delay here, so I want to see how this came in. But, yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think we should probably.
Yeah,
you want to pause for
no,
we
we'll
should probably
keep going.
sip.
Did my arm look all right?
Cheers. I don't know yet.
It
We're on
doesn't
such
come up.
a delay.
It is a real.
That way, if there's like a shooting on a live view, there it is. Yeah, the arm came out great. Cool. Your arm
Full
is
arm, no
famous.
face. Oh,
Little
See
face.
your
They know
glasses.
you wear glasses.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Doxed.
They're gonna find you. Cheers.
My cover's blown.
Righteous.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for his approval.
No, it's good. There's this really nice like limestoney note.
Nice, right? It's nice. It's not bad. I don't know what. It's like a sweet limestone. I don't
Yes.
know what it is. It's
Yeah,
a
that's.
sweet
I was trying to
limestone.
figure out because normally that limestone note we associate with like bossiness.
This limestone's like you took a piece of limestone on the bottom, and on top you put a giant piece of rock candy, and you ran the whiskey through the middle of it, so it picked up both.
It is super cherry, but with that nice limestone in the middle, which it kept coming up on the drive because we kept getting confused because it's Yellowstone bourbon, but it's from Limestone Branch Distillery. So I kept calling it limestone, and he kept calling it Yellowstone, and we kept getting confused what the other one was talking about.
Yep, I'll be right back.
That's the first time. That's like the nicest limestone I've ever had. Wow.
Very good.
Uh-oh.
Frank knows what's coming.
Yeah, so most of the stuff will probably, like, I'm not going to pour more of the Maker Cellar Aged this week. The rest of the stuff is mostly up to him. Most of the bottles are his, because he's the crazy guy.
I'm a fucking wacko.
He gets me about as crazy as I can be. You know, I spent more than I thought I was going to, but I'm pretty happy with everything I got. Like, I didn't think I was going to get to buy as much stuff as I did. You know, every year you come down here and you think, like, oh, you know, I'll get, you know, an Eagle Rare and a Sazerac and Buffalo Trace and all, you know, maybe I'll get an Evan Williams single barrel while we're at Evan Williams Bourbon Experience.
By the way, let me stop you right there. Hold that thought. This Evan Williams single barrel that's right above me right here, I found in Evergreen Liquors, and the bottle date is actually my birthday.
Birthday bourbon.
Birthday bourbon, right? And I only paid $50 for it, so I don't know what the big deal is. Keep going, so. And
I don't know where I was.
Guess where he was. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. You come down here not expecting much, and both times we've gotten pretty lucky. This time I feel like I knew more about what was going on. Last time we came down, it was pretty much like we'd walk in somewhere and this guy would be like, "Oh man, I hope they had old Fitz." I'm like, "What is that?" Because I'm not on the Facebook. I don't read any of this stuff. You know,
There's
I only
definitely-
hear about through word of mouth, and now I'm a little more familiar with some of the crazy
Thank you,
bottles.
Mike. He said nice on the Evans.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, right? I like it. I find it interesting. Like, I don't know, I just walked in. So like, it's like it was meant to be. Again, will I ever crack that bottle? Probably not. Just because it's cool to have. But if Evan Williams single barrel goes off the face of the earth, yeah, I'll crack it.
Do you want to mention that Evergreen Liquors to them?
Evergreen Liquors in Bardstown, Kentucky. Go there. They have the most unicorn pours you can ever find, and their prices are fantastic. Each Taylor 4 grain I paid $25 for. Weller single barrel I paid $20 for. They had all the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection for $50. Each Taylor 18-year Amaranth of the Gods, whatever it's called, for, I mean, that one was a little high, $75, but where are you ever going to find that bottle?
The benchmark that I give for everybody who, you know, maybe thinks that's a little crazy, Blanton's was $8.
$8 for Bland's.
You never see that. Never.
I know Mike Sutton is actually coming down here in October. Make sure you drag your group to Evergreen Liquors because you can drink them out.
And they're a bar and a liquor store. So somebody we were talking to earlier seemed confused because they had been there and they were like, they didn't have any bottles. Their bottle selection was typical.
They did have a 10-year bourbon purple top for $1,000. So if you come down with a big group and you want a vacation bottle and you all want to split it and enjoy that
Yeah,
bottle,
chug that
might be a
over the
good thing.
vacation.
Might be a good thing to do. I know some people are into that.
Sure, I think not every place is going to have a purple top, but the places that do, $1,000 is probably, you know, like, sure, some places will charge more, but like the liquor store itself was fine. That bar in there was great.
So I'm going to set this
Alright.
down. Ladies and gentlemen, George Bartle and the 4 other people who are watching this right now, probably 3 because one of them's probably me. We are about to Bartle Pour Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky. We are 8 minutes away from Buffalo Trace Distillery. I believe I can see the lights out that window right over there. Yep, you can smell the mash when you wake up in the morning. It is fantastic. This is Home 2 Suites. I highly suggest it, although I do not highly suggest the guy downstairs. He definitely needs a glass of whiskey in his life. Maybe we should go down there and deliver some to him.
Well, I think, yeah, you know, the morning staff was much more understanding than the night staff, and given their hours, you may be able to understand why.
Yeah.
Still frustrating as a customer, but as a person, I get it.
Here we go.
Let's pour this part.
Let's pour this Bartle Pour. I'll take care of it for you. You got this. There it goes. It's filling up. Look at that.
All right.
Oh, I need a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Number 2.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh.
We need a new bottle.
Holy
Does somebody
shit.
get a new bottle?
Oh, it's in one of those bags right back there. Damn it. Damn it. This always happens. Now, if this happens to George Bartle, he just grabs and closes his bottle and tops it off with it. So, you know what? I'm going to
I swear, ladies, this never happens to me.
I know.
I get to crack it. It's my bottle.
Okay, I was just going to fill it with Stagg, but you know.
I mean, it's up to you if you
Nah,
want.
crap that. I don't want to
Mix
fill
it.
myself.
Where's my?
You have to try out Watch Hill proper in Louisville area. 78 pages of American whiskey. Well, I don't
What are
like
they?
American whiskey. I like bourbon.
Well,
Actually, I think American whiskey is bourbon, but bourbon is not American whiskey. Or it's the other way around.
I think the other way around.
Bourbon is American whiskey.
American whiskey is not necessarily
Scotch
bourbon.
is not bourbon.
Well,
There's
okay,
a lot
now
of
we're getting crazy.
shit going on.
Oh man.
I gotta top this off. This was bought from Buffalo Trace today, so you know.
Yeah, we just got that today. I got it. It's
Yes.
mine.
Still $26 down here, so.
Yeah, that's what I would say today I only got one. If if we're ever there and I don't have a bottle, I'm buying 2. Like tomorrow we're gonna go for the drop. We're going back for the hard hat tour, and I'll probably buy 2 after that.
Yeah, just to stock up on it, because MSRP is going up on this. It's going to be $40 come next
I don't
year.
want to pay 40, and if I can get even 2 of these, I don't drink my Buffalo Trace too often, so I just brought it because it's Kentucky.
A Bartle. Oh, so if you have to top it off with another bottle, it's called a Bartle topper.
Okay.
So we just topped it off with the same whiskey. I mean,
So
I could have,
Yeah, to be fair, it is the same whiskey at least.
you know, so trash, you know.
Thank God that didn't hit anything. You're a psycho. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I thought it'd be
Can
funny.
you imagine if you overthrew it and just smashed all over your head? You'd have to sleep in shards and glass.
That would be crazy.
All
So,
right.
well,
Oh, man.
you just want to see that one. Okay, but that was great. They're gonna go nuts. They haven't seen it yet. It's called a Bartle Topper.
So, I guess before we leave, I will say thank you all for joining us. Thank you for Oh, there it goes on the camera. Look at me, I'm gonna look crazy. Thank you all for joining us. This has been very fun. We're not going to do the whole Bartle part on camera. We'll probably finish those afterwards as we slowly pass out.
Yeah.
Who did we miss? We missed the Michters, Bottle Your Own, Van Winkle, Four Roses. I don't know. I mean, we mostly cracked the other stuff, right? Maybe like Bardstown. Is Bardstown Bottle and Bond? We'll probably do that by ourselves one night.
The Origin Series.
Yeah, so we got, you can see it up there in minis, they're distillate, their new make, in minis. So we'll probably have a night where the 3 of us, me, Luke, and the arm, we'll try the distillate and then compare to the bottle and bomb. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll try and come back by the end of the week. Do another night.
Lean and sip.
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. Like
we
a
gotta
cat.
chug it. How about
Like a cat
how about we
on the wall.
invent something called the Bartle Chug?
I think I will. I will puke. I don't even think I will puke. I know I will puke.
So we're not Bartle chugging. No one wants to see that. All right.
I think I get about halfway through and it'd be game over, man.
All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Unfortunately, he's just going crazy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the next time you might see us, we might be back in Pennsylvania. Although we might decide to do one more in Kentucky. We're here till Wednesday, so we'll see what happens.
But yeah, even when we get back, we'll still be hunting. We'll still be, I got a couple new videos that we haven't put out just because we've been so busy here.
It's been nuts. This is a full-time job for our, 218 subscribers.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. It's like, we were talking. I said this isn't a vacation. This is work. This is a quest.
This is a quest.
Because it's been every day waking up. 7, 6, staying up all night, making sure they can get to those bottle drops. A good hour or 2 or 3 beforehand, so you can try and get something. And well, it's paid off, right? So we can be really happy about all the stuff we got. And so I think there's not as many drops out here. We'll take it easy a little.
All right, lean in and sit.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Mr. Bartle, thanks for inventing such a beautiful thing. Well,
And pretty good timing. I think my palate will be blown on anything else anyway.
yeah.
This is the rest of my night.
Yeah, this plus maybe, since none of you crazy people suggest to drink Pappy, I might go for Pappy after this.
Oh my god. He's got to be kidding.
I'm kidding. Thanks for tuning in again. Frankfort, Kentucky is where we're at right now. Beautiful place. So, cheers to everybody. And now it's time for you to get up and shut
I
the
know.
camera off. I've been moving around like a freaking monkey on crack. See, you're
That's
in Kentucky,
right.
you start talking like you're from Kentucky.
Well, that's it now. Bye,
Goodbye.
y'all. This,
Stay in
yeah,
school.
stay in school.
Stay in school. See, good thing we have our